You are watching the USL live from Champion Soccer Stadium in Irvine, California. It's Orange County SC playing host to Reno 1868, a battle of two playoff teams in the Western Conference. Tonight's matchup is brought to you by Renaissance Club Sport. Chris Whittingham alongside the former Manchester United goalkeeper Gary Bailey. Should be a fun one tonight. Reno 1868 coming in, not having lost since April. 10 matches unbeaten in league play, 5 wins and 5 draws. As we now move to our player to watch, and that is our share player to watch. And for Orange County, Gary, that is Thomas Enevoldsen, who has scored 7 times this year, tied for second in the USL, and scored the winner a week ago against LA Galaxy 2.
Yeah, absolutely crucial player, vital to his team. On top of those 7 goals, 3 assists, 30 years of age, so loads of experience, Danish player, and as you said, was crucial in getting the winner last week. So if they give him good service, he will score goals.
And an 82nd minute winner from him. He's now moved to our starting lineup. It is brought to you by Subaru Orange Coast. And Gary Enevoldsen will be partnered tonight. Has kind of been on his own for the most part for the last few weeks. Joined tonight by Michael Seaton up top.
Yeah, looking forward to that. It certainly helps to have 2 up front. Obviously, the middle 4 have got to supply, especially Aidan Quinn and Richard Chapler from the middle. Get the ball to Thomas Enevoldsen in particular, and he will score.
Joe Miko also in for Noah Powder. As we now look at Reno 1868. Lindo Mafeka is our player to watch tonight, the South African-born number 10 for Reno.
Yeah, born in Durban, South Africa. It's his first pro club. 3 goals this season, so he's making an impact. He's come in a little bit late at 24 years of age, but playing in that number 10 role. Very, very important role just behind Mo Chow. So let's just see how he does tonight. But lovely touches from this man.
Scored 6 goals a year ago and will now play in behind Mo Chow. It'll be Kasipli next to Partida in midfield. James Marcinkowski has done well as well in between the pipes for Reno.
Yeah, he's there. He's got the big 4 in front of him and then 2 holding in the midfield. And it's those 3 behind Mo Chow who will have to provide him with the service. We've had a look at Lindo Mafeka, Kevin Partida, and Hopano as well.
Now let's get to our synchronicity keys to the match. Thomas Enevoldsen, we mentioned him scoring 7 times this year. They're going to have to provide him service. One of the things we noticed, Gary, in their last match against LA Galaxy 2, a few too many chances in on Andre Rawls. He did produce some brilliant saves, but want to reduce the number of chances.
Oh, absolutely. He's got an 85% save rate this season, but he doesn't want to be overworking. So in front of him, Josh Hoyfeld at 35 years of age, plenty of experience, and Thomas Yule Nielsen will have to protect their goalkeeper a little bit more this week.
Now tonight is a fun evening at Champions Soccer Stadium. Tonight is Family Movie Night presented by Enthusiast Media Group. All fans in attendance are invited to watch Disney Pixar's The Incredibles on the pitch for free following the match. So a fun evening. You get a bit of soccer and then you can watch a movie afterwards on the playing surface that these very Orange County SC players take to. It'll be a fun one tonight. Orange County SC playing host to Reno 1868, unbeaten in 10. This is 6v7 in the Western Conference, so big playoff implications tonight from the Champions Soccer Stadium. As we'll now get to our first half kickoff coming up next. You already see the teams on the field. We're just about set and ready to go for the start of this match. It's Orange County SC playing host to Reno 1868, and it's next.
New Canada Dry Ginger Ale and Lemonade. The perfect blend of real ginger taste with a splash of real juice. Are you ready to taste Nirvana?
Hey, honey! Do we want to taste Nirvana?
Yeah, sure.
How long have you been sitting in my yard?
Since Tuesday.
Try new Canada Dry ginger ale and lemonade.
You're looking at live pictures from the Champions Soccer Stadium. Orange County SC playing host to Reno 1868. Orange County, best defensive record in the USL Western Conference, having conceded just 8 times in 13 matches. Reno 1868 coming in on a terrific run of form, having given up just 8 goals in their last 10 matches. They've taken 20 points from their last 10 as well. 5 wins and 5 draws in that period as we are underway. Reno 1868 unbeaten since April. Meanwhile, Orange County, they have had a nice little run on the schedule. Have yet to play away from California since May the 5th, and we'll have another home match as well next weekend against Tulsa Roughnecks. And straight away, the whistle sounds from our matchday referee, Daniel Rafford. Orange County coming in 6th in the Western Conference with 7 wins, 2 draws, and 4 losses. Reno 1868, 5 wins, 6 draws, and 3 losses. Perhaps a few too many draws after a terrific campaign a year ago where they scored 74 goals. Have struggled to hit those same heights this year, Gary.
Wow, that's an impressive number of goals in 32 matches, 74, 75 goals. Brilliant, brilliant. Looking forward to seeing them because they're next to each other in the league table. So who's got the advantage, who's got the strengths, who's more likely to make the playoff positions. So much to play for in this game, and hopefully lots of goals.
You saw there the imposing figure of Josh Heufelt, who is making his home debut for Orange County. Made his debut and played 90 minutes a week ago against LA Galaxy 2. Signed at June the 5th from the Twente system in Holland. A career in the Premier League in England with Southampton, also in the Championship with Norwich and Millwall. Played at Celtic in the Scottish Premiership. So,
wow,
a well-traveled and experienced defender at 35 years of age, Josh Heufelt.
I think that's an understatement. Well-traveled and experienced. He's been all over the place, which means he's a decent player. Great experience, and that's what you need to help some of the younger players in the team. So let's see how much he protects his goalkeeper, Andre Rawls, who, as we were saying at the start of the show, was pretty busy last week, earning a man-of-the-match performance and helping his team to 3 points.
Will be interesting to see tonight the shape from Orange County SC. Does look like a 4-4-2 on initial viewing. It's the well-flicked-on ball there for Reno 68 to charge on their way. The ball is fed towards Hopino into the penalty area as the run available from Lacroix, who came all the way forward from his left-back position, but cut out well there by Orange County. It'll be a throw-in for Reno.
Aidan Quinn just jumping in there to dispossess, and nice bright start from Reno in the first few minutes.
Here's the aforementioned Lacroix, left back, a college soccer career at Penn. A few Ivy Leaguers in this Reno team. This ball is headed away by Yul Nielsen, and Hopino was chasing and forced to just boot it clear there. It was Amico on that far side. Here's Lindo Mafeka, the South African. We highlighted him in the pre-match. Gives the ball away though. Opportunity for a counterattack for Quinn now to Ramos Godoy. Giovanni Ramos Godoy going to feed it towards Michael Seaton, the Jamaican, who did score in a substitute appearance against Fresno. Earns the nod tonight next to Enna Voltson, or at least early stages looks like in front of him. 4-4-1-1 at the moment, as Mo Chow is going to hold on to the ball here.
Oh,
it's
good
a lovely
skills.
nutmeg to work around Heufelt. But he does recover the ball, and now Seaton can charge of these defenders. Here is Michael Seaton and Ramos Godoy. Has the overlap run of Amico available. Here comes his service. Peel back low for Enna Voltson. Couldn't find its way through. Deflecting in the air there was Brent Richards.
Good ball in from Amico there. Enna Voltson, so dangerous in the box. We've seen him score from similar positions before, and there's just too many white shirts in front of him there to hit the target.
Again given away there by Reno. Richard Chaplow, the captain tonight, running onto it. Another experienced player, an Englishman, 33 years of age. Run through his full list of clubs when we have a little bit more time. As you take a look at our Hogue Orthopedic Institute injury report, Koji Hashimoto not in the team tonight. You do see a change in shape because of it. He's kind of been an anchor of that 4-3-3. Richard Chaplow has been kind of deputizing for Hashimoto, and also Zach Kobayashi unavailable tonight for Orange County.
Just looking at Seaton up front, he's a big lad. I haven't seen much of him, the Jamaican. And if he is a good target man alongside Enevolson, who we know can score a ton of goals, that 7 and 9 combination up front, the two players, there's Enevolson 7 and Seaton 9 just next to him, they could cause Reno all sorts of problems.
Here's the captain tonight for Reno, Zach Carroll, will play at center back and trying to send the ball over the top, dealt with there by Hoyfelt. Down there by Brent Richards coming forward. He regains possession. Trying to feed in Marie there, the Frenchman. And a good challenge again coming in from Richards. Orange County coming off of a 1-0 victory away from home against LA Galaxy 2. Thomas Enevolson with the winning goal on 82 minutes. But before that, LA Galaxy 2 had more than a few chances against Andre Rawls. You mentioned it in the pre-match build-up, but Orange County would like to reduce some of the chances tonight.
Yeah, he was absolutely brilliant last week, Andre Rawls, and over the season, 85% save rate. Coach looking and asking questions, but the goalkeeper himself, absolutely brilliant. But it worries you if you're the coach, if your keeper's too busy too often, because you know it can only last so long before the balls start flying in the back of the net. So the two centre-backs for OC, absolutely crucial tonight.
Rawls, you must say, one of the leaders at this point for goalkeeper of the year, keeper of 7 clean sheets, and as you mentioned, 85% saves on loan from New York City FC.
There he is.
He's been the full-time starter for Orange County and has done a brilliant job in that role.
26 years of age, good age for a keeper. You got 10, if you keep yourself fit, 10 more years, and you've got enough experience there, so no reason why you can't keep on improving.
You have a man down that looks like Seaton after the aerial challenge. There'll be a free kick given there by Daniel Radford.
Yeah, well, whenever there's a head injury, as always, safety first. Concussion is a major concern. And if you need to know why, just ask one Liverpool goalkeeper, Carrius, about what happens when you get concussed.
Or I'm sure you saw in the Morocco match at the World Cup, Amrabat, who came off and was treated for a concussion by having water squirted in his face and a couple of slaps to the face.
Yeah.
It's not quite the most advanced treatment, and I think in this country we're certainly making steps in that area. As there will be a free kick here, Aiden Quinn to take, and he'll loft it in towards that back post. As tall as Josh Hoyfelt is, could not quite reach it.
Josh Hoyfelt actually in Dutch means high land. High land, high grass, whatever. Felt is grass. So as tall as he is, he didn't need it that high, did he? But we've seen this many times, and we've spoken about it, that the ball into the box from free kicks shouldn't be too short and shouldn't be too long, because if it's too short, it gets cleared. If it's too long, no one gets it. It shouldn't be that difficult to put it into the mixer. And so when it's wasted like that, it must be very frustrating for coaches.
That's a miss hit there by Richards. Now Nansel Selbol on the left wing tonight for Orange County. It's a good ball there from Owusu-Ansah. Cut out though well by Carroll, and now Marcinkowski. One of 5 players in this Reno team tonight with connection to San Jose Earthquakes. Reno is the affiliate club, and you see different versions of that. Obviously you have your LA Galaxy 2s that are directly affiliated, and then a few others like Tulsa Roughnecks that have arrangements but don't really take too much advantage of them. Reno very much involved with San Jose Earthquakes. Ian Russell, their manager, was an assistant in San Jose. They're constantly swapping players and working the loan system. It led to a fair amount of success a year ago for Reno, finishing 3rd in the conference. Did go out in the playoffs to Oklahoma City Energy, but scoring a ton of goals in the process and enthralling their fans in their first season in USL. Here's Owusu-Ansah. Lovely flick there from Enevolson. This is good work on the edge of the area. Clip towards the back post, and Ramos Godoy! That was nearly a gorgeous goal from Orange County, but the chance just going begging.
What a good ball in from Thomas Enevolson, and then I'm thinking, Godoy, you got to finish it off. Lovely little touch there, gets it back. Look at the ball, and can the keeper comfort? Decides no. Oh, you've got to hit target from there, and he knows it as well. At least make the goalkeeper work. Lovely little 1-2, great chip in. Keeper stays, and that's your cue to just stick it past him into the back of the net.
And Giovanni Ramos-Godoy certainly seen the frustration and scored 2 goals on this campaign. Is a local product. Played his college soccer at UC Irvine. Throw in here for Orange County. Going from right to left in their home blacks tonight. These 2 teams did meet 3 times a year ago, including the first ever match for Reno 1868. Orange County spoiling the party, winning in Reno. But Reno would get their just revenge. It was actually Duke Lacroix who scored both goals for Orange County on the day, as Amico will strike from a long way out, but into the stands in behind the goal. You see a fair amount of wind as well from the flags.
Yeah, it's a very good point to pick out there. It's a huge amount of wind, which maybe is why that free kick a little bit earlier drifted long for OC. You got to bring that into account when you're knocking balls into the box. It's a very strong wind there, and it's going to work obviously against you in the second half if you're OC. So you've got to change your perspective and the way you deliver the ball. So let's see how far the keeper can knock this one out against the wind. There you go, barely reaching the halfway line.
You'd imagine that service from the goalkeeper most affected by the wind at the moment, but really any ball played in the air can certainly be affected by the conditions. This is lovely interchange here by Reno. In there was Hopino, multiple appeals for offside, and finally the whistle does sound as the assistant's flag went up.
Looked for a moment like a really good chance, and Hopino's touch was very poor. He's very lucky it was given offside, because if it wasn't, his coach would have been saying that was your moment to get in and score.
Hopino, a prolific goal scorer a year ago, scoring 12 times. He's yet to find the scored sheet, though, and this is 13th appearance on the campaign. Just unable to follow up a bit of success, scoring 12 times.
Wow.
And none this year.
None at all?
None.
Wow. It is a big change from one season to the other. He'll be wondering, he'll be going through in his head, what did I do differently? Is it my training? If he's superstitious, he'll be trying his one boot on before the other. And, you know, anytime it changes rapidly or quickly like that, players think through every possibility.
Opportunity on here for Marie, feeding it towards Hopino, and he nearly found that first goal of the season. But I believe the offside flag had gone up before he could take the chance. Just as we were talking, nearly commentators cursed there.
That's the second time he's been offside in the space of 2-3 minutes. Both great chances. He's going to, you know, obviously he's on that back line, that defender's line, but he's got to be a little bit cleverer than that, not get caught off side so easily. Andre Rawls just doing his job of getting on the ball and making sure it doesn't slide out of the box. Yeah, 2 good chances back to back there for Hopin. On both occasions he's offside. Yeah, you know, strikers do take that risk, and they do live on that back line of the defenders, but you've got to read it a little bit better if you can.
As much as the wind is to the disadvantage of Reno in this first half, it is to the benefit of Rawls to send those long balls and even make its way all the way into the attacking third of the pitch for Orange County tonight. As here's Yul Nielsen. You have a Dane next to a Dutchman at the back. Central defensive partnership.
And a Ghanaian at left back. United Nations.
Yeah, very diverse. And then right back from Indianapolis. And that is Amico, who will feed in the run of Ramos-Godoy. Left there by Amico for Quinn, who actually played low on the ground, and was a well-bent run there by Ramos-Godoy, but couldn't quite get on the other end of that service.
Yeah, nearly a good ball in there. Right idea, just didn't quite find its target, but good probing from both sides. We've seen Reno with a couple of chances blown offside. We've certainly seen OC create 1 or 2 chances themselves, so it's been a reasonably bright start to the match.
So Duke Lacroix making his way over from Orange County to Reno. And it was one of those you see often in all sports, where you play really well against one team and then that team wants to sign you. Duke Lacroix getting a brace a year ago against Reno, and Reno says, we'll have him. He beat us, and so He has been signed by Reno. But then Reno would get their just revenge. They would win both meetings in Orange County by a combined 7-2. They put more than a few past various opponents a year ago, as you mentioned, scoring over 70 times. And one of the victims of that was Orange County, losing twice here at the Champion Soccer Stadium.
Well, it's a lot closer this season, isn't it? 6th versus 7th.
Yeah, Reno just unable to hit the heights of a year ago. It was a magical season for an expansion club.
Mind you, they're unbeaten in 10, so they're on a decent run at the moment. 5 wins, 5 draws. It's got to give them hope that things are on the up and up.
Here's Anna Voltson. Just maybe has a bit more license to come back and play the ball.
Yeah, and leave Seaton as your main striker, the big Jamaican.
Here's Selball, the Nigerian, unable to keep it in play, and will come out for a goal kick.
I wonder how he feels about his country losing today in the World Cup.
Yeah, by 2-0 to Croatia.
Yeah, they struggled a bit, Nigeria. Mind you, I tell you where they are the best in the world is their skip, their top, their shirt. What do you call it?
Oh, yeah, their kit.
The kit. So there you go. We have different words in South Africa. They call it skip there, and but yeah, lovely tops they've got. And in fact, when they arrived at the ground, it was all the top hats and. So
yes, that's right.
Best dressed, no question that Nigeria win that competition.
Player on the pitch who might be most enthused about his international side's performance today is Josh Hoyfeldt, or rather Thomas Jol Nielsen, the Dane.
Yeah, I'm going to say
the Dutch are not in the tournament, but the Danes are. They won by a goal to 0 over Peru this afternoon.
I wonder if there's been a bit of locker room banter between the two of them. You know, Nielsen saying, "Okay, so we're making progress. We're Holland then, by the way," and he probably turns to Joe Mika and says, "And where's USA?"
Even to Owusu Ansah as well. The Ghanaians not in the tournament either. And Voltson and Jol Nielsen, both Danish players in the team, will have enjoyed.
And you can mention Richard Chaplow if you want, because England are in.
Yes, they'll start their tournament against Tunisia. Here's Owusu Ansah. It's a nice flick on there from Selball to send Anna Voltson on his way. The left-footed cross is lofted towards that back post. In the end, caught by Marcinkowski, but the ball had gone out of play. And again, it's going to be difficult tonight for goalkeepers to judge the flight of the ball with the wind on that side of the field. Yeah,
100%. Even that cross from Anna Voltson seemed to drift towards the keeper. It's been given as already out by the time he caught it. You've got to be careful as a keeper. You can come for a ball and then find yourself backpedaling very quickly in this wind. And as far as Thomas and Voltson and the rest of them are concerned, when you cross the ball, you've got to factor in that strong wind. Look at that, it can't even reach the halfway line.
As tonight's match is brought to you by Red Shell Foods. Hey fans, be sure to stop by your favorite local supermarket and pick up some Red Shell miso dressing, sesame soy dressing, and teriyaki sauce today. It's great on salads, sandwiches, pastas, your favorite meats, and as a dipping sauce. So give it a try. More salad, please. Again, tonight's match brought to you by Red Shell Foods. So it'll be another goal kick here for Orange County. We do have a little bit of a break in the action. We'll tell you about some of the scores from around the grounds in the USL. Oklahoma City Energy tied at 1 with Rio Grande Valley. Jaime getting the goal for Oklahoma City. St. Louis losing at home at the moment to Real Monarchs. Chandler Hoffman converting from the spot for the visitors. San Antonio lead by a goal to 0 at the break as well against Sacramento Republic. Cesar Elizondo with the goal for San Antonio.
Look at that ball again from Andre Rawls. He didn't even hit that hard, and it's flown down the pitch all the way to Michael Seaton there. So very easy for OC to get the ball forward. Very difficult for Reno at the moment.
As it will be a foul here, given against Orange County. As we'll show you a lovely bit of skill earlier.
Oh.
Well done there by Mafeka against his opposite number, the number 10 for Orange County Chaplow.
Nice skills, but if it doesn't take you forward, it doesn't help much.
Well, that's a decent ball from Richards into the area, and just letting it run there was Hopino. It took a bounce off the turf, and Antoine Hopino might regret not trying to hit that first time. He's towards the byline, still in the area, trying to work around Namiko, and in the end, just playing the ball out of play.
That was a lovely ball in from Richards, and I agree with you. Hoping maybe could have got his head to it. He seemed to almost duck and let it go over him. And he's right in a great position to maybe just knocked it up with his head and try to volley it in the back of the net.
Will be a goal kick in the end for Andre Rawls. It's a third-round pick in MLS Super Draft 2. NYCFC has been their third-choice keeper for a while now. He's yet to start a Major League Soccer match. He's getting some more experience here in USL with Orange County. He's taking full advantage of it as well, as Reno 1868 caught a bit flat-footed there, and Orange County now looking to counter with the long ball over the top from Hoyfelt. Ramos Godoy just trying to get something on it. In the end, it's Marcinkowski who will claim.
Yeah, the flags are still waving. Let's see how far this... Look at that. The ball was just slowing down in the air. Huge wind in the face of Reno. It's going to be so difficult to play this high ball going forward, which is why what they're doing now works perfectly. Play it on the ground.
Here's Marie trying to send in Hopino, who goes down. Play on, says Daniel Radford. And now Chaplow. He's going to leave it here for Ramos Godoy. And now Amico will come forward and join the attack. Amico joining from Swope Park Rangers, Academy product of Sporting Kansas City. Here is Hoyfelt. And Wusuwansa. And Quinn. Braden Cloutier telling us earlier in the season as a support touch there from Amico. Let him run out of play. Quinn was among his priority signings in the offseason. Wanted to get him in and certainly played a pivotal role in that number 6 position for Orange County. Lacroix on the turn. Again, joining from Orange County. Did miss a majority of last year with a season-ending injury. Now back in a regular starter. Moving a bit further back, he was at times used as a number 9 for Orange County a year ago. For Reno tonight, and in their last few matches used as a left back. Feka flipping over the top. Mo Chow trying to get on the other end of that, but just taken off him.
Yeah, Orange County have been really good at snuffing out these Reno attacks. Reno battling to create much up front. Look at that again, tackling in nice and tight. Look at the black shirts around the ball there. And been far more impressed with OC going forward. I haven't seen enough really from Reno to cause the OC defense much trouble.
As is given away there, Cell Ball reading the game very well to win it. And a vaulting and trying clip over the top is going down on the edge of the penalty area was Ramos Godoy, but referee waving play on. It was a fairly physical challenge.
Yeah, difficult to say. Without VAR, having the referee's got to make an instantaneous decision. He wasn't going to get to the ball anyway, so eventually he just let it go. I think to give a penalty or give a free kick on the edge of the box, you've got to be pretty sure it's a foul.
Certainly would have been a free kick in a dangerous area, would have been my guess. This would be a throw in here for Orange County. Let's have a look here at the challenge. It's a lovely weighted ball there from Enna Volson. It was just a shove in the back there from Lacroix.
A little bit. It's hard to even call it a shove. The elbow was just sort of slightly into his back. How much of it is it's the natural position of his body? Again, like I say, not enough to give a free kick.
Orange County almost using the wind to their advantage, playing a lot of long ball. Let's try and see if they can get runners in behind. Chaplow. There's been a pivotal figure in Orange County victories. Just seems to bring a calming influence into the center of the park. Just have the 1 goal and the 1 assist. Seaton just struggling to sort out his touch there.
Nice pressure here from OC. Look, the number of black and orange shirts in the Reno half. They know it's difficult to play out, so look, they're hunting in packs, making it extremely difficult for Reno. And when they do, like now, they give the ball away, come straight back from Orange County.
Cell Ball and Quinn trying to slide in and feed it towards Ramos Godoy, but doing the ball well is Reno. Here's Marie. And Richards. Kevin Partida. Seth Kasipley. Thomas Janjigian. Trying to loft it, but in the end, easy work for Thomas Nielsen.
Yeah, it's too easy for this OC defense. If you're Reno, you've got to be saying, guys, I need quality ball up front. Even if it takes a while to play, play the whole team up step by step, they've got to provide better service to their front players, Reno. Here we go. Let's see what they can do now.
Opportunity on here for Reno, 1868 through. Mafeka has a run to Hopino available. Times his run well. Hopino in the area. Hopino and rolls again, producing the save. And the struggles continue for Antoine Hopino.
Yeah, good run from Hopino. Lovely ball in there as well from Lindo Mfeke. Here he is. Perfectly weighted ball there. Hopino, what a good chance. Rolls, makes the save. Just wondering if Hopino could have done more in chipping the ball over the keeper. Let's give the keeper credit. He stands up tall. Have a look at it here. Stands up nice and big. Closes down the angle well.
And this is an Orange County corner presented by the big ones. And it will be swung in. Chaplow getting something on it, but it'll be a throw-in on the other end.
Isn't it amazing that, as we mentioned, that Reno needs to have more quality ball? That's exactly what happens on cue. And Mfeke with a lovely ball through. Hopino with the best chance for Reno so far.
It'll be Richards to throw. So it's straight at Nansel Selball, and straightforward work for rather Owusu Ansah in the end. And the Ghanaian will have a throw. Coming over from the Greek Super League with Larissa. Play against some of the bigger clubs in Greece during his time there. 24-year-old coming over to play stateside.
He's got a long throw as well, that one he threw. Now, unless it's the wind, of course. That could come in handy when they're on attack,
sure.
OC.
On the left side is Lacroix, able to work around Ramos Godoy. Multiple challenges flying in, and eventually, after the advantage have been given, it will be a free kick for Reno.
Yeah, a little bit of pulling going on there from Godoy. And referee gives advantage for a little while and pulls it back. Yeah, the drum is in the background, providing a bit of light entertainment.
It'll be Seth Calypsy, San Diego native, so Southern California. Be a little bit of a drive up from San Diego here to the Champion Soccer Stadium, as he'll try and loft it in. Opportunity on, getting something on it there was Mo Chow. Fluff clearance there from Owusu Ansah, was still on for Jan Jigian, but away by Orange County. Only as far again as Kasipli, his cross sent in and cut out by Owusu Ansah, and out for another Reno corner.
Yeah, some uncertain defending there from OC. Owusu Ansah in particular. With the first one, he didn't clear. The second one, he knocks out for a corner. So let's see if they can do better facing this corner.
Sipley to take the corner, lofts it in there, and a header comes in with Zach Carroll, the captain, but it was straight at Andre Rolls, who manages to hang on.
Yeah, decent save. I mean, it wasn't too difficult, but well done, Zach Carroll. Gets up high. Have a look at it again. Ball comes in. The big number 5 from Reno gets up under all sorts of pressure, but Rolls manages to gather. Again, question marks now. That's a couple of minutes there where OC have not been solid enough in defense, and their goalkeeper bails them out yet again.
Saw that a week ago against LA Galaxy 2. But Rolls has certainly been up to the task. Now saving 46 of the 54 shots he's faced, as Aiden Quinn will hit it first time for Ramos Godoy, who just kind of ran behind him a little bit. Couldn't take it off the chest. Good first time ball though from Quinn, as Hoyfelt just trying to send it over top for Seaton. Will fall for Volson, and Volson trying to curl one in towards that far post, but cut out well by Carroll. Still though for Selball, who cuts it towards the middle, has it go, and Marcinkowski behind it.
Yeah, Selball a long way out with that shot there, but a couple of little opportunities for OC. Reno finding it very difficult to play their way out there and giving OC all sorts of half chances on the edge of the box. Living dangerously are Reno.
Bit of miscommunication there from Yul Nielsen, but Quinn able to carry on his way. Lovely outside of the boot ball there for Amico, who carries on. And Chaplow, native of Accrington, third season with Orange County. Too often players in years 3 and 4 with the same club in this league. As on the turn there was Hopino, but couldn't quite sort out his touch. There's another long throw there from Owusu Ansah. Seaton going to try and win it in the air. Awkward there to be dealt with by Reno and eventually away by Richards, but works out in the end. The flag goes up against Mo Chow as that Orange County line was pretty high.
Yeah, it's poor play there from Mo Chow. You can't get caught offside. You know the ball's going to come into you. You've got to look along the line, and now the pressure's back on your defense yet again. And it's a defense that's beginning to creak under the pressure from OC.
And Chaplow to hit a first-time cross in. Again, it's easy work for Marcinkowski as that wind continues to be a factor for me. It wasn't the best of balls even in normal conditions, but the wind just makes it that much easier for the ball to travel towards Marcinkowski.
Yeah, but you're half an hour into the match. If you haven't figured out the wind by now, then there's something wrong. You know it's going to blow it in, so take that into account and put some more, more decent balls into the box for your strikers.
Mafeka sliding it into the channel. It's a good ball there for Hopino. His cross cut out there by Hoyfelt. It's a big man to try and get that service around, but the Dutchman doing well.
I like Mfeka's touch there. It's now, once or twice he's put some very well-weighted balls. Let's have a look at him. He's got almost that Barcelona touch that when, as I say that, he loses it. But he weights the ball very nicely, so when it comes to you, you don't have to do too much work to actually use it. I'm looking forward to seeing what else he can do in this match.
See manager Ian Russell and right back Brent Richards having a conversation. Russell was pointing into the channel for Paul Marie, but his ball was a bit off. Just wonder if Brent Richards was saying, you put me off by trying to use your PlayStation 3 controller. Tell me where to play the ball. It's a good ball forward there by Partita. Against it into the channel there by Mafeka. Nearly on there for Hopino, but again cut up by Orange County and away by Hoyfelt. Sipley. And Mafeka again, can he find the right ball? Slides it in towards Hopino. Opportunity still on, but again, his touch just letting him down. A frustrating night so far for the Frenchman Hopino.
Once again, it's Mfeka with a perfectly weighted ball for him. And surely Hopino's going to take one of these chances soon. He's had enough, hasn't he? He's had 3 or 4. Beautifully set up there by Mfeka.
And a bit surprising, given the quality of those passes tonight from Mafeka, that he does not yet have an assist on the campaign. As Marcinkowski will claim. Marie trying to turn around Owusu-Ansah, but a bit too heavy of a challenge there. It'll be a free kick for Reno. Reno on their travels so far in 2018 have yet to lose, 3 wins and 4 draws. Really struggled towards the beginning of the campaign, all in home matches. Reno 1868.
That's strange that your away form is better than your home form.
As you have a look here at the next match for Orange County. Come join Orange County SC on Saturday, June 23rd. That is next Saturday for Beach Towel Night presented by 24 Hour Fitness. Fans in attendance will receive an Orange County SC beach towel courtesy of 24 Hour Fitness. We'll have to head out of the Champions Soccer Stadium, a lovely venue here in Orange County. Richards. Yeah, it was a pretty poor start to the campaign for Reno. Gave up 10 goals in their first 4 matches and took just 1 point from 12.
Wow.
3 losses, all coming at home. Conceded 4 to Swope Park Rangers and 4 to Colorado Springs Switchbacks as well. They've tightened up in both areas in terms of scoring, winning, and not conceding since. It's a lovely ball there from Kasipli. The shot comes in, and it just goes wide. Opportunity there for Reno 1868. Hopino arriving on the doorstep as well, but in the end, Rawls getting just enough on it to see it wide.
Just enough is correct. It looked for a second like that was still going to go in the back of the net. The shot from Kasipli, really strong and difficult for the keeper to deal with. Not sure he got a full hand to it, but just enough to get it around there. Wow, could easily have come off the post.
Well taken there by Duke Lacroix, the left back coming forward to strike with plenty of power behind that. That was nearly a goal against his former side. And it might fall in the area. Mo Chow trying to take it on the overhead kick, went straight into Yul Nielsen. See his frustration with that, and with the referee as well for not giving a foul. Ramos Godoy, send it long. Richards getting his head to it, and Mafeka with a lovely flick on there. The ball is played in the channel for Hopino. Has Mo Chow with him, but again, the touch just letting down Antoine Hopino.
Wow, Hopino, he had Mo Chow free to his right there. Could he not see him? Could he not get the ball under control? For a moment, it looked like it was odds on to be a goal.
Chow again. Mafeka. And Hopino on the edge of the penalty area. Going to cut towards that byline, but taken off him very well by Amico. Chaplow. Cut out well, and now Mafeka to win the ball back for Reno. Kasipli trying to slide it through, but again cut up by Orange County. Done well at times tonight to deny service, but you'd have to say Reno have had the better of the chances so far.
They certainly have. Last 10 minutes, been very impressed with the way they got themselves back in the match. They seemed to battle against this wind early on. They were struggling to deal with it, but now look at this, playing through the middle, finding space everywhere.
And Marie dinking it over towards him. Mafeka trying to use the flick over Eel Nielsen to recover it on the other side. In the end, easy work for Andre Rawls.
As we were just seeing there, too much space being given to Reno, and in particular Mfeka able to turn and probe the defense, puts through some lovely balls. He's looking for Hopino all the time. They certainly have got their game together, Reno, in the last 10 minutes.
Cut out well there by Thomas Janjigian at the back, the 23-year-old. Here there appeals from the touchline for handball as the ball is hit first time over the top towards Ramos Godoy. Poked away by Lacroix for a throw. And Voltson flicked on well there by Ramos Godoy. Chaplow going to return the favor, but cut out well there by Seth Kasipli. Long towards Hopino, who will take down, but then give it straight towards Aiden Quinn. Now Chaplow. We'll see Orange County particularly struggling in the center of the park despite having one less player in there. There's Seaton. Gonna feed the run of Enna Voltson, whose touch was heavy, but it'll still fall for Seaton. Seaton gonna try and leave it for Enna Voltson, but too heavy of a flick forward. And the end running out for a goal kick.
Yeah, much too heavy of a flick forward. I just thought he could go himself there. There was no one to help him. Thomas and Voltson hadn't caught up the ground. Why not try and bring it down and have a shot yourself? You're on the edge of the box. A really good chance there. Seaton having done enough for me. Have a look here. Ball comes, gets it there, it pops, and he tries to play it out. He's on the edge of the box. As it pops up, hit the thing. Or try and go around the sort of central defender. Try and be positive, do something. But that ended up being a nothing ball. And you can see the frustration on his face.
You just see a calmness from Orange County in tight situations. As Wusuwansa going to slide it through towards Sailball, works around Richards. He appeals that the ball went out of play. Play on, here's Enna Voltson towards the area, working around three white shirts in the end, cut out by a combination of Carroll and Kasipli. As the ball is flicked on for Hopino. Flag stays down. Here's Hopino, going to slide it in towards Mo Chow. Mo Chow into the penalty area, has a strike, and again, Andre Rawls equal to it. Diving to his left, producing yet another save in this first half.
Brilliant, stunning goalkeeper. He won them the match last week, and so far he's helping them keep a clean sheet. Wasn't the most difficult shot, but nonetheless, you've got to get down, you've got to make the save, you've got to get up quickly and get the loose ball. But it must be worrying for OC that the keeper's having to work so hard yet again. Question marks about the defenders, and maybe credit to Reno for creating the opportunities.
Again, quality work from Mafeka, trying to slide in Chow, but cut out by Eel Nielsen, only as far though as Brent Richards on the ball. So there was Partida. Lacroix. Kasipli. Play it back for Lacroix. 1v1 against Amico, but sliding it back in the end, and Kasipli will switch the play here for Carroll. He's just gonna have to turn and play it back with his goalkeeper. 3 or 4 quality opportunities though from Reno, and Andre Rawls has been equal to all of them.
He certainly has. He's made the saves, but well done, Reno. They started off slowly, but wow, they have been sharp up front in the last 10-15 minutes. And conversely, we haven't seen much of OC. They had a good start, they had chances. They seem to have been found out and understood. Here's a chance again. Is it? Let's have a look.
It's almost something of a snapshot, wasn't it?
It was. That's why I say it wasn't that difficult for the keeper. But he's still got to make the save. He's still got to get up quickly. He does his job.
And this may be a sore subject for Reno and their supporters, but the quality of their chances, you just wonder what Dane Kelly might have done with them. As here's Cell Ball, score of 18 goals a year ago for Reno, now with DC United.
You've just been nasty there, haven't you? You just really upset all the Reno fans.
Might be 2 or 3-0. The league MVP up top as Cell Ball will turn and will strike. Straightforward work for Marcinkowski in the end.
Yeah, didn't catch that the way he would have wanted to. At least the idea is there. Be positive, have shots, make the goalkeeper work, see what happens.
Cell Ball can certainly strike from a long way out. Won USL Fans' Choice Goal of the Year. Swope Park Rangers the last 2 years. 10 goals in 55 appearances for the USL side. Now plying his trade in Southern California. Very nice evening here in Irvine. Chaplow. Gonna play to Seaton. And Quinn. Certainly a quality distributor from the center of the park, and finds Cell Ball here on this left-hand side. Doing very well to work around Paul Marie. Cell Ball carrying on. Challenge coming in. Referee not interested in the appeals, and now Mefeka will look to break. And after multiple tugs, it's actually the referee who's going to stop play here for an injury. Going down there is Paul Marie. Loanee from San Jose Earthquakes, the 12th pick in MLS Super Draft, down for the moment.
That's unusual for the referee. He doesn't normally stop a game unless there's a head injury, and that wasn't. But maybe he just feels that it was potentially a bad injury. Maybe he's explaining that at the moment.
Yeah, that's probably the conversation he's having right now with Richard Chaplow.
Yeah. And if that's the way the referee sees it, I've got no problem. Even if it's not a head injury, if you think one of the players is really badly hurt or needs immediate attention and you want to stop the match, then rather do that. Rather be safe than sorry. So well done, referee.
Daniel Radford tonight. Times a physical encounter has some work to do. Chow tries to flick on, but it's more in the air than towards a fellow white shirt. Richards. Nice turn there from Chow. That's a run of Hopino available. Still on Chow, tries to work around the defender, and referee waves play on. Owusu-Ansah under a bit of pressure now from the South African Mefeka. Just a 1v1 struggle at the moment. Owusu-Ansah trying to play down the line. In the end, comes off of Mefeka for a throw-in.
Yeah, Reno doing a much better job in the last sort of 10-15 minutes of closing OC down in their own half, making it difficult for them to play out. Early on, OC were just coming forward in waves, but now Reno trapping them in their own half for long periods.
Power behind that throw was impressive from Owusu-Ansah. Seen it a few times tonight. Now defended by multiple Reno players, and his appeals there as they were kind of snapping at the back of his heels.
He's holding on to the
another
ball.
throw.
He's holding on to the ball too long. You know, if you want to get rid of it quickly, then you won't have those problems. He's inviting the pressure. But here we go, OC on the attack.
Through Amico. Will strike. In the end, a save produced from Marcinkowski, and away by Carroll. Thought maybe he's trying to drive through the area to find a fellow black shirt. In the end, it was a powerful strike from a long way out from Joe Amico.
It was, and I'm not so sure that Marcinkowski did well there, because he's put it right back into the danger area. Let's have a look at it again from Joe Amico. Well struck. Look at the goalkeeper. He pushes it right in that danger area. He's so lucky that big Zach Carroll got on the end of that one and cleared it.
And the young goalkeeper, Marcinkowski, this will be a first Orange County corner brought to you by the big ones. It'll be Aiden Quinn on that near side. Swing one in for Orange County. It's low. Ramos Godoy on that near post, but couldn't quite direct that header back towards goal. In the end, comes to nothing, the corner opportunity for Orange County.
That's another set piece that goes begging for OC. We've had a couple of those crosses come in too long, and then there's a corner too short, and It's just frustrating if you're a coach, because you want to just get the ball in the danger area and see what you can do and give the strikers a chance and the big central defenders a chance to compete for the ball. Too short or too long, and you miss everybody.
And if Olsen now will poke it through towards Ramos Godoy. Ramos Godoy to strike. And hitting that back stanchion. In the end, Marcinkowski watches as it harmlessly goes wide. But again, opportunity on here for Orange County.
Got to hit target. That's the #1 comment that every coach will tell you. Hit the target, make the goalkeeper work. Even if you don't score, the keeper can push it out, and then you've got Thomas and Evolson running in, who can then get on the end of something. So, but the moment you shoot over the bar, nobody has to do anything except watch it go by.
As we have received word from the ground, we will not have first half stoppage time. Straightforward 45 minutes. In the end, Gary, we've had both teams had their spells, but I'd say Reno has threatened the goalkeeper more and has made Andre Rawls work a lot more than Orange County has made Marcinkowski work.
Yeah, I think that's a fair summation. I could say it's a half of two halves. Because early on, OC looked really good and put Reno under all sorts of pressure. There were opportunities and chances, and then it was Reno played some lovely football, created some good chances, and Andre Rawls is working. So, yeah, I'm just interested to see with the wind how this changes in the second half.
No doubt the physical conditions have played a role in this match. We are now at halftime, which is brought to you by Subaru Orange Coast. Orange County 0, Reno 1868 0 after 45 minutes of play. A few dangerous chances for either side, but Reno 1868 has put Andre Rawls under a fair amount of pressure, but Rawls has been equal to all of it and has kept a clean sheet now through 45 minutes of play. Once again, your halftime score, Orange County 0, Reno 1868 0. We're at halftime, brought to you by Subaru Orange Coast. Plenty more coverage, including first half highlights, coming up next.
At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you.
Welcome back to continuing coverage on the Subaru halftime show presented by Subaru Orange Coast. Orange County 0, Reno 1868 0. We did not have stoppage time in that first half, but if it was presented by Synchronicity. So now get to our first half highlights of this one. Chris Whittingham alongside the former Manchester United goalkeeper Gary Bailey. And we'll start bringing you the chances. We didn't have any goals in that first half, but some quality worked build-up play, including there, and Volson trying to find Ramos Godoy.
Yes, it's a great chance for Godoy. He's really got a hit target there. It's a beautiful ball in.
And Lindo Mafeka, we mentioned him in pregame, and he was the star of that first half, sliding in Antoine Hopino, and again, Andre Rawls equal to it.
Andre Rawls, the star of the show last week and this week so far. Lovely ball in here from Linda Mfeka. Hopino's got a great chance. Can he chip the keeper? No, keeper blocks him.
Another opportunity here would come via the corner. The header would come in from Zach Carroll.
Decent header and a lot of pressure there, and the ball just bobbles a little bit around the goalkeeper, Andre Rawls. Have a look. Big number 5 gets up. It's difficult to get any power there, and the keeper grabs the loose ball.
And now more opportunities. This time it would be Kasipli sliding in Lacroix.
Decent save again from Andre Rawls, and so close. It nearly goes in. The keeper just getting enough on it. Great strike. Keeper does just enough.
Now opportunity for Mo Chow, and again Andre Rawls put to work.
Yeah, that's a little bit easier for the keeper. He just had to read the shot. Well, not too much power on it, but he really has been solid, Andre Rawls.
There's kind of a snapshot there from Mo Chow, the Senegal native. And Andre Rawls might have been a bit frustrated with his defense in that first half, letting in a few too many chances. Here would be Joe Miko striking from a long way out.
Yeah, question marks against Marcinkowski there for letting the ball go loose. A long way out. Miko, decent shot, but goalkeeper, can you drop it into your danger area? Zach Carroll saving the day for him.
Let's have a look here at the first half stats. In the end, 4 saves produced there by Andre Rawls of Orange County. Possession slightly favoring Orange County. We have the stats there for you. Who had the better of the play in that first half?
I thought Reno had some better chances and maybe should have been 2 goals up there. Andre Rawls making some really important saves. Having said that, OC had a very good chance early on there as well with Godoy, who should have at least hit targets. So yeah, it's close to even, and I would say it's slightly shaded by Reno.
And again, it is 0-0 here at the interval between Orange County and Reno 1868. Let's hear more from Orange County players, Josh Heufeld and Richard Chaplin.
Impression of Richard. What do you think his first impression of you was, ever? First time you ever met? What was your first impression?
Okay. Best looking guy ever. I really thought you would put cheeky.
What's the most interesting thing about Yosh that people probably don't know? Wait, always scores on Tuesday.
Always scores on a Tuesday, huh?
Scores on Tuesday.
Southampton fans will know what I mean.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Tuesday
How
night
long is this?
back home. Big man would always pop up for a goal on Tuesday night. It's his favourite night of the week, right? Yeah. Out here it's his favourite night as well, right? Yeah. Because it's what? Jack on Tuesday. There we go, man.
Who has the best celebration after a goal or win?
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And there you hear from Josh Heufeld and from Richard Chaplow of Orange County SC. We're at the Subaru Orange Coast halftime show. Orange County 0, Reno 1868 0.
We came here with a unique challenge, and that was to solve the problem of producing over 500 games and do so in a cost-effective way for the clubs, in a way that produced high-quality broadcasts and standardize the look and feel of all of those productions. Outside of the live event, the match experience, outside of that, the broadcast is the window into the brand for the club and for the league. You need to be able to capture that in a compelling way with a quality broadcast.
A large portion of the teams work with our partner Vista on REMI Productions, remote integration. What that means is that the production of the game is actually handled mostly away from site. So the way these games work is a truck will show up locally at the stadium. There'll be 4 camera operators there, and those signals are sent all the way here to Fort Lauderdale. And here locally at Vista, the game is cut. The game has graphics put on top of it. Replay is done here, and in many cases, the play-by-play is actually done on site here at Vista as well. So after the game is fully produced, we have a signal that goes to our partner ESPN Plus for US distribution. We have a signal that goes to YouTube for international distribution. And then for the teams that have an over-the-air local broadcast regional sports network deal, the signal is sent to their partners as well. So even for the games that aren't done with a Remy production, all games flow through Vista, and all those signals have to get sent out all over the world to reach the fans of USL. Because of those Remy productions, we'll oftentimes have 5 or 6 games going on at one time. Nobody is doing sports Remy productions on this level consistently.
We have built one of the largest Remy production models of any league in the world. And now we're able to deliver anywhere in the world to our partners at ESPN, fully produced matches from all over the country. We couldn't be more thrilled with the progress we've made and some of the innovative things now we're going to be able to start to bring into the broadcast moving forward.
As you have a look at some of our productions here at the USL, Orange County 0, Reno 1868 0 on the Subaru Orange Coast halftime show. Chris Whittingham alongside the former Manchester United goalkeeper Gary Bailey, as we can now show you the upcoming schedule for Orange County and what they have coming up here. They have actually not left the state of California for a good amount of time since May the 5th, and they will not do so again until June the 29th to take on Phoenix Rising. But Tulsa Roughnecks coming up next. We saw them last week, Gary. They have yet to win, so it should be opportunity at 3 points for Orange County.
It should be, but they have to win at some stage.
Right.
So don't take anything for granted.
No doubt. Away from home against Phoenix and Colorado Springs,
That's
and
tough.
home with LA Galaxy 2 and San Antonio FC making their way to the Champions Soccer Stadium coming up. As we now look at the Reno upcoming schedule, also taking on San Antonio away from home, Portland Timbers 2, Rayon Monarchs, and Seattle Sounders 2. So a kind of run there, including LA Galaxy 2, of kind of the MLS affiliated sides. See there a couple of Wednesday fixtures as well. LA Galaxy 2 rounding out that schedule. Orange County beat LA Galaxy 2 by 1-0 a week ago. If you have a look here at some of the scenes here at the Champions Soccer Stadium. Some of the fans here in attendance enjoying a nice night here on a Saturday night in Southern California. Now let's talk a little bit about the United States. They've won the World Cup, Gary, to be here in the United States in 2026. See the statement from the USL president, Jake Edwards.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I was so delighted, and it's going to be a wonderful World Cup. The stadiums in here, Canada, Mexico, superb. The love for the game in Mexico is amazing, and I'm sure it's going to be here as well. So it's a fantastic future. 8 years in which to keep on improving, as Jake Edwards says. It's going to be a growth driver across the region. Want to see soccer improving. Want to see USA get a wonderful team. And in recent games, they've been playing a very young side who's been getting good results. So all looks good for the future.
And they'll have 8 years to try and continue to develop the U.S. men's national side. But again, the World Cup coming here 2026. 48 teams, 80 matches, 60 of them to be played here in the United States. Once again, your halftime score here on the Subaru Orange Coast halftime show. It is Orange County 0, Reno 1868 0 from Irvine, California.
You're young, you're busy. We get that. You don't want to think about healthcare until you need it. But when you do need it, Hoag will make it easy by providing convenient, reliable care that's tailored to you. We're here when you need us, with same-day appointments at our Hoag Medical Group offices. Urgent care locations open 7 days a week. Hoag is here for you, and will continue to be here through every exciting twist and turn along your life's journey.
goal from Orange County. Brilliant build-up play. And Orange County has struck again. Sedberg's a chance to put Orange County in front, and he does.
What makes my famous brisket, chicken marinade, and punch so good? A lemon lime secret ingredient I'm never going to tell. 7-Up. Who's hungry? Do more with 7-Up.
You think 7-Up's just a soda? Well, can just a soda make guac, carnitas, and margaritas for Taco Tuesday? Yes, it can. Trick question. Hey guys! Kevin, hi! Do more with 7-Up.
And welcome back to live coverage of the USL. It is the Champions Soccer Stadium. Chris Whittingham alongside the former Manchester United goalkeeper Gary Bailey. And Gary will have straight away a second half change here. Brian Brown will come on, and it's Mochao who will make way for the Jamaican Brian Brown to come on. He did score in the previous match in the first minute of a second half substitute appearance. Can he make the magic happen again?
Wow. If he scores that quickly, then perhaps he can. But certainly they've created enough chances, Reno, in that first half, and something that OC will have to be careful of. Lindo Mfeka in particular just rolling the ball in beautifully for Mocha on a number of occasions, and now Brian Brown gets to see if he can finish off that creativity that's coming from Mfeka.
And Ian Russell there, the manager of Reno, signed an extension in the offseason. You saw a shot of him there, a former Earthquakes player and San Jose Earthquakes assistant coach. And managing this Reno side currently into a playoff place, 7th in the West. 5 wins, 6 draws, and 3 losses coming in. Bernard Cloutier for Orange County, who's gotten off to a pretty solid start. 20 goals for, 8 against, 6 in the West. Try and see through this Orange County team to the Western Conference playoffs. As we're underway here in the second half, Orange County now going from left to right in their home blacks with the orange trim. Reno 1868 in the white kits with the blue trim and numbers. You see there confirmation of the change. Brian Brown will forgive us for the switch there, as it's Brown who will come on in for Mochao. So Reno in that first half getting some pretty quality opportunities, as like 3 different soccer balls there were thrown at Brent Richards on that far side, but he will launch the throw in, as now they'll have the wind behind them here in the second half. Reno 1868. It will come to Kasipli on this left-hand side. First time there from Mfeka, but that not quite the quality we saw from him in the first half.
Now, you just mentioned the wind, and that could be why that ball in the first half, you would have knocked it into the wind and it would have slowed down. Here it's doing exactly the opposite. For Reno anyway, you're knocking it and it's going with the wind, so everyone's got to recalibrate their passing meters. Certainly for OC, they're going to have to put a lot more oomph into it to get the same distance, and conversely, Reno are going to have to be a lot more gentler with their passing.
And we'll see how long that adjustment period takes, as Marie is on this right-hand side. The cross is sent in. Arriving on that back post there was Brian Brown, but in the end, easy work for Rawls.
Yeah, well, you go. That's the first cross they put in, and they got that totally wrong, as exactly happened to Orange County early on in the first half. They also put a few balls in and they went straight to the keeper. It'll take a while for them to all figure it out with this win, because it really is strong. There's a ball straight out of play as well. So, yeah, a bit of a readjustment period.
Yeah, we'll certainly see that in these first few minutes. You can just tell by the supporters in behind Andre Rawls holding flags, and how it's almost impossible to keep them in the air with how strong the wind is here at the ground tonight. Had a few games at Orange County this season, haven't quite seen the conditions like this. As the partnership of Thomas Janjigian carries on, as again the ball just getting away from Paul Marie. just flying away from him, and you see the corner flag as well.
Yep. It's a case of who adjusts. That's what the game's all about, the skills and the challenges that are set, and how can you manage them. Both have faced the same problems in opposite halves, so let's see how OC cope with the wind against them.
Rawls giving straight to Partida, who sprays it out to this right-hand side for Richards, trying to get around to Wusuwansa, but Wusuwansa contour doing well to cut it out. Again, the ball's just going to run out of play. Really see Reno struggling with the conditions at the moment, as we now do have a man down on this near side. Grabbing there, looks like either his calf or his ankle. I believe that's Kasipli.
It looks like he's in a bit of pain there. Sometimes players put it on, but he doesn't look like he's messing about. He's hurt, gritting his teeth there. But yeah, we're talking about adjusting. And if you spend 45 minutes, which Reno have done, smashing the ball into the wind and not getting it very far, it does take a couple of minutes to then do exactly the opposite and almost put a backspin on the ball when you play it forward so it doesn't roll away.
It does look like that ankle is taped.
Is that the magic water? You would just put water on an ankle and it gets better?
I imagine that water is pretty cold too. I think the trainer might have just sorted out the medical method for slowing down a bit of pain in the ankle.
Look, if it's ice water, it can, I guess, cool it down and take away a bit of the pain. But I'd rather, if it comes to ankles, I'd rather know what's sore and what's not, because I don't want to do any more damage to it. Let's see how he goes there.
Kasipli coming back on and ready to play is Quinn for Owusu-Ansah. Again, with plenty of power behind it, but falls nicely for cell ball. And Quinn, lovely turn away from multiple defenders. And now Yul Nielsen and Amico. See a bit of comfort for Orange County playing under pressure, but Chaplow nearly giving away and just about did so to Partida. And it's sent long and over the top, and now underneath it is Brian Brown in the area. And it cut out there by Hoyfeld and out for a corner.
It just shows you that long ball looked like it had no danger on it whatsoever. And suddenly it bounces awkwardly. Brian Brown's almost in. And it takes some really good defending there by the big centre back, Hoyfeld, to save the day. You've got to readjust. Every single player on both teams has got to readjust everything they do, the way they play the ball, the way they read the ball.
As the corner is to be swung and went all the way through. Hoyfeld rose. And he ain't got a glancing header on it, but that nearly went all the way through. Could have been dangerous. There was a white shirt arriving.
Yeah, absolutely. Now the white shirts have to figure out what could go wrong with these crosses and how the defending side, OC, deal with them. Tough conditions, but it's what professional footballers are used to. I'm sure they've trained in many conditions similar.
As Kasipli will send it in, multiple players in there, a lot of congestion around Rawls, but away in the end by Orange County.
I think Rawls got a punch to that. If he did, it was a very good punch. And there you go. What would have been a simple ball in the first half runs out of play yet again.
Again, Rawls will play out. And the thing is, midfielders, particularly Quinn, under a lot of pressure to play out as the press arrives. Now sprinting in there was Partida, and it forces a giveaway.
Yeah, good pressure on the goalkeeper there. And you know my thoughts about playing around too much at the back. You're going to get caught one of these days. So if in any doubt, just boot it up the pitch. Safety first.
Yourself to reset. Qua throw in and receive again from Brown. Continues to cut onto his right. For Richards. A fair amount of the play tonight on that right-hand side. Qua. The channel there for Hopino. It again for product of Penn, former Orange County player, along with a player who might see come off the bench tonight, Jerry Van Evink, also with Orange County a year ago. Now Hopino, it's a good build-up play here from Reno, trying to go 1v1 at Amico, and Amico winning out. Looking to start the counter-attack, but Orange County struggling to play, as I think Seton just took a little bit of a blow there.
In a very uncomfortable area to take a blow, so it stopped him in his tracks for a second. He didn't impress me too much first half, I've got to be honest. I thought he labored to make anything happen, but hopefully in the second half, if he gets a bit of service, he can show us what he's capable of.
Be a free kick after the challenge against Michael Seaton. And it'll be Thomas Juel Nielsen. They mostly playing in Scandinavia, in Denmark, Norway, and Sweden. He's a youth international with Denmark.
Got to be a decent player to be an international for Denmark. We saw them today. Good win for them in the World Cup.
Winning by a goal to nil over Peru. This ball slid into the path of Hopino. Hopino in the air, taken down, and the referee, the whistle does eventually sound, and I believe he's gonna, no, he is gonna book Heufeld. I thought maybe that was a dive. In the end, it is a penalty given against Josh Heufeld. It'll be a penalty for Reno 1868.
Yeah, I thought there was contact straight away. Called for the pen, and there was some hesitation by the referee. Maybe he was looking at his linesman for confirmation. Again, could it be the wind that just changed the speed of the ball? Ball's knocked back into a dangerous area. Yeah, gets away from him. He doesn't get the ball, that's for certain. The question is, does he get the player? Hupino, let's have a look at it. Hopino, rather. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think there's contact there somewhere, but if you go for the ball and don't get it, and you're near a striker, you're asking for trouble, Heufeld.
And Hopino is yet to score this season. Might have wanted a chance to take it. And the penalty will be taken by Brian Brown, who sends the keeper the wrong way and opens the scoring for the visitors. They've yet to lose on their travels, and Reno 1868 have the opening goal converted from the spot by Brian Brown, his fourth of the campaign.
Good finish there, good, well-taken penalty into the corner of the goal, under a lot of pressure there. And Reno have just rewards. I think they've been a little bit more creative in front of goals than OC. They've made more chances. Let's have a look at it again. Tucks it into the corner. Keeper goes the wrong way, but nonetheless, it's a good finish. Nothing Andre Rawls can do about that. He's been superb all match. But if you go the wrong way, then game over in terms of the penalty going into the back of the net.
And again, Brian Brown, a second half substitute. He was an influence a week ago against Fresno, got the goal out of the halftime interval, and took him a bit longer, 10 minutes after coming on for Mo Chow, but has produced the goal that has Reno a goal to the good.
Yeah, Mo Chow must be frustrated because, to be fair, Brian Brown doesn't make that. He just gets to take the penalty, but he's on the score sheet. And Mo Chow battled throughout that first half with no reward.
Now Enna Voltz with a little bit of space, going to play it in towards Seaton, takes it off the chest, still for Michael Seaton, and a great save from Marcinkowski, and Enna Voltz sends it over the bar. On the follow, good save there from Marcinkowski. In the end, the Orange County chance comes to nothing.
It's a fantastic save from Marcinkowski. Seaton through, I fancied him to beat the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper spreads himself nice and brave. Let's look at it again. Enna Voltzen's going to play the ball in. Lovely ball, good chest, gets it past the defender. Now he's got time there. Oh, the keeper saves it with his face, I think. Enna Voltzen, what a good chance to finish it off, though. And he misses target.
Just sailing over the bar there from Enna Voltzen, who's been so clinical in front of goal this season. As going down there is Amico under the duress of the challenge from Hopino.
Wow, OC, what an opportunity to get an equalizer, and wasted by the home side.
Selbo trying to feed Quinn, but cut on the end by Partita. And now Kasipli, as we have received word that Jerry Van Evank is being prepared to come on. There's Marie, cut up by Quinn, but again only as far as Kasipli. Does look fine after taking a bit of a knock earlier in the second half. Partita. Carroll. Plenty of space. Find the right ball, just clips it over the top. Maybe allows the wind to do a bit of the work. Flick on from Brown comes to nothing. As Amico lets Hopino settle it. Hopino in the area for Brown for two. Unable to find that bottom corner, and another save produced by Andre Rawls, his fifth of the match.
Yeah, Andre Rawls could read that one. It wasn't well struck rather, as Brown would have liked. Doesn't quite catch it. Have a look at it again. Hopino sets him up perfectly. Hits it. Yeah, bounces in front of the keeper. Not enough power on that to bother Andre Rawls.
Chaplow. Joe Miko. Van Ewijk being prepared. Hopino, as Lacroix was calling for it, and the ball around the defender just runs out of play.
Yeah, good idea from Hopino there. Good turn, but again with the wind, he's got to rather underhit it than overhit it.
And it is Kasipli who will make way. We saw him pick up that injury earlier, so it's Jerry Van Ewijk who will come on. The Dutchman. Will actually be changing his name after getting married. He's going to combine his last name with his wife's last name to go for Van Wolfgang.
Is this true?
Yes, indeed.
Oh, wow. Okay. I thought you were having me on there for a moment.
Now,
well, good to see.
We're still going with Van Ewijk, but that is in the works.
But his name on his back is actually Wolfgang, isn't it?
I believe it is.
Yeah. Well, fair enough. It's a modern world. If you want to change your name and you're the man, why not?
Marcinkowski. Now Selball with plenty of space to work into on that far side, the Nigerian. Cutting onto his right. He'll loft it towards Chaplow. He'll settle it in the penalty area. Instead hits it first time. It was towards Seaton. And away and eventually dealt with by Partida. Now counter-attacking opportunity with Mifeka. Trying to slide it through towards Hopino, but well read there by Wusuwansa.
Good little chance for OC there. Nice ball in. Nearly got their just rewards. And to be fair, OC have made enough chances to at least had one goal. I think 1-1 would probably be a fairer account of what's happened here so far. But it's up to OC to keep on going until they get that equalizer.
It's Chaplow quite with the best ball back to his goalkeeper, and in distribution gives it straight to Paul Marie. Here's Marie now working around Quinn and trying to slide it through, flicked on there by Mifeka, taken down by Hopino on the turn. Hopino around to Wusuwansa. Hopino trying to peel it back for Mifeka, whose shot blazed over the bar.
Hopino with some great skills there. He's been wonderful. First half, he lost a couple of touches and was a little bit critical of him. That was a lovely little bit of skill there. And pity nothing came of it from a Reno perspective. Have a look at it again. Flicked on. Very well there by Mfeka. Now look at the skills there. Goes to touch it, touches it there. Beats the defender, head up. He's not selfish. He tries to get Mfeka in. And he just knocks it over the bar.
Now Seaton trying to put this back forward under a bit of pressure. Marcinkowski will just send long. It's probably a bit easier for him than it was in the first half. The wind behind him as Richards allowed to carry on his way, tries to take the shot on his own, had the run available to his right of Marie. Allowed to run for 50 yards. I feel like it's your opportunity to have a go as here's Selball on this left-hand side. Quinn. Selball again with a bit of space. Selball returning the favor, but a bit too much power on it and given away to the substitute Van Ewijk. Mfeka. Now Brian Brown, the converter of the penalty that has Reno leading by a 1-0. Brown in his second season with Reno already improving his goal tally from a year ago. Scored 3 times for 1868 last year. Notched his 4th today. Now leading the team, despite making his 9 of his 13 appearances on the campaign as a sub. Quinn nodding it down for Wusuwansa. Charging forward. Gonna slide it in for Michael Seaton, who's in the area, has Enevolts available, plays it in Enevolts, and it's 1-1. What an equalizer from Orange County. Michael Seaton finding Thomas Enevoltson for his 8th of the campaign, and it's 1-1 at Champion Soccer Stadium.
A well-constructed goal there. Seaton doing brilliant to set up Enevoldsen. He finishes it off, and this is what OC deserve. They've had enough chances. They've come ever so close, and that was a beautifully constructed goal, well finished, and we're at 1-1. Here we get to see it again. Lovely ball played through there, but Seaton head up, sees Enevoldsen coming in. That's so important that he didn't just try and take the strike, that he saw Enevoldsen was in a much better position, and he gave the Danish player a wonderful ball to finish that all off. Started by Aidan Quinn with that through ball. Can't miss from there, Enevoldsen. What's that now for the season? 8?
Yeah, particularly on the goal-scoring form that he is on. Thomas Enevoldsen, his 8th of the campaign, as we'll have a double change now after the goal. It'll be Noah Powder and Mats Berman who will come on. There are the 2 changes. Chaplow coming off. These substitutions are presented by Share. And there's also cell ball that makes way as Reno look to strike back quickly here through Hopino. Takes multiple touches, but eventually will settle for Paul Marie towards the byline. His touch a bit heavy.
Got to say, I've been impressed by Hopino in the second half. First half, he had a lot of good position, but didn't quite control the ball. But as the match has gone on, he's impressed me. His touches are brilliant. He's got wonderful close control. And he looks like a really, really decent player for Reno.
Again, those 2 changes presented by Share. It's sent long there by Rawls. I think we've now seen the adjustment to the playing conditions for these 2 teams. Poor ball there from Paul Marie. And Yul Nielsen can deal with it. Through Amico. As Noah Powder appears to just gone for that position previously held by Ramos Godoy, who will now switch flanks. So Powder on that right-hand side as this match is presented to you by Red Shell Foods. Hey fans, be sure to stop by your favorite local supermarket and pick up some great Red Shell miso dressing, sesame soy dressing, and teriyaki sauce today as the ball is played in for Mats Berman, the substitute. Will try and play the cross in. It's dealt with well at the back there by Lacroix and out for a throw. So give it a try. Red Shell Foods, presenting sponsor of this match. As Berman just giving away there, as Brian Brown had his progress stunted there by Yul Nielsen. And the referee just going to stop play for a moment for a talking to with Yul Nielsen. His center back partner, Hoyfeldt, is already on a yellow. Yul Nielsen might just have to be careful.
He was gesticulating to the referee and showing his annoyance, and the referee is not going to settle for that, and quite right, the referee. Was that a nutmeg there? And I said, then a bad pass. Seriously, you nutmeg someone and then you give a bad pass? You've wasted all the good work. The big question for me now, who wants to win it most? 1-1, they've both played well, they've both created chances, keepers have made saves on both sides. It's been a really good game. But now what do you got? 25 minutes left. Who really wants to win this game? Who's going to step up to the plate and produce a winning goal?
Ball just lost in the wind a little bit. Hopino can play, but cut out there by Hoyfeldt. Voltson thought it might run for him, but picked up by the substitute Van Evijk. And now Mefeka, just a bit wide for Marie. Play on through Hopino. Hopino going down a bit too easily, and Daniel Radford says play on, but one back well there by Reno. In the area, Richard strikes with the left. It's spilled there by Rawls, but he does manage to recover before Brian Brown could strike for his second.
Well recovered, exactly, and the keeper's made a mistake, but he's got up quickly, bravely, and just got ahead there of Brian Brown. Yes, bad handling in the first place, but well done. What a good recovery.
Now Enevoldsen going to play over the top for Ramos Godoy, and it will settle for him. He'll have a chance to run into the defender, Richards. He'll leave it for Enevoldsen, the goal scorer for Orange County. It's poorly given away there, straight to Van Evijk. Uncharacteristic there from Enevoldsen. Van Evijk will receive the ball once again. The run of Maria, or Hopino rather, available. Likes to carry on his way. Van Ewijk trying to work around Owusu Ansah. Van Ewijk going down, but referee not interested. Here's Noah Powder. Reading the game very well there, but Lacroix unable to settle his touch. Seaton winning it off him. Quality recovery there from Partida. Now Brown just trying to the back heel back from Mafeka. It's given away, and now Orange County through Enna Voltson. A little cross attempted there from Quinn, but cut out and out for a corner. There's a corner presented by the big ones.
Important corner for OC now. If you want to go ahead and win this game, now would be a good time to get into a 2-1 lead. So let's look at the quality of the ball coming in. Remember that wind is blowing back against them. Got to factor that in.
Win to take it. The header comes in. Ramos Godoy flashing across, and it's in. Yul Nielsen, the center back, with his first goal in USL for Orange County. And from a goal down, Orange County lead by 2-1.
Well, we said now would be a good time to go 2-1 up, and they've done exactly that. Good corner, great flick on from Godoy there, and then Yul Nielsen getting in and tucking that one away. Could there be bad defending by Reno? Possibly, but let's give credit to OC for winning the first ball and getting on the far post for the conversion. Let's have a look. Ball comes in, good flick, and well read ahead of the defender. And they're 2-1 up the home side.
Thomas Yul Nielsen arriving on the back post. You've seen at times that near post service not come off for Orange County, but Ramos Godoy that time getting his header exactly right. And Yul Nielsen arriving in the Dane, scoring 69 minutes to give Orange County the lead.
He was marked by Brian Brown, and there was a couple of fingers pointed at the man who scored from the penalty spot, saying he should have been tighter on Thomas Yul Nielsen, but difficult in the box. Once that flick on happens, it's very difficult to adjust with runners. What you got to do is stop the flick on, and so well done, Godoy. Once he got that first touch, everybody had a chance to score in that box, because basically no one knows where that touch is going to go. So 2-1 OC. Now it's over to Reno. What can they do?
And the current scoreline would end a couple of runs for Reno 1868. Yet to lose away from home on the campaign. 3 wins and 4 draws, and have not lost in 10. Dating back to April, as now we'll have the final change here. It'll be Kevin Alston who will come on for Orange County. And it looks like Owusu Ansah Contour will come off. Imagine that'll be like for like.
While he's coming off, you explaining to me that 1868 Reno, I was wondering, was that when the club was started? Because if so, it would have been before most of the famous English clubs, but that's not the case, is it?
No, it is not. It was actually the year that the city of Reno was founded. Kevin Alston, a longtime MLS veteran, signed just over a week ago. 170 appearances in Major League Soccer with New England and with Orlando City. 30-year-old will come on here for Owusu Ansah. And that substitution was presented by Share. So coming on there is Kevin Alston. And carrying on now is substitute Van Ewijk, trying to work around Amico, who goes to ground, just trying to win it back. Van Ewijk still with the ball in the penalty area. The cross is clipped in, but cut out in the end there by Quinn. As far though as Partida. Van Ewijk. As it came off of Lacroix in the end, and out for a throw. So it'll be Amico for a throw here for Orange County, who have found a way back. Looked a bit up against it at the start of this second half and the end of the first as well. If they pick up another set of 3 points they did a week ago, Gary, we'll look back on the performance of Andre Rawls, particularly in that first half, keeping them in it.
Yep, 100%. He's been fantastic, Andre Rawls. Really, really good. Couldn't do much about the penalty, of course. But it certainly has been a game that sort of swung from team to team. First half was mostly OC, and then it became mostly Reno, and it's been almost the reverse. Second half, Reno come out firing, and then now it's OC. So well done to both teams. They've both been positive, creative. We've seen goals, we've seen saves, and I think there might still be more to come.
Well, taken off the chest as Seton wins the ball back for Orange County. As be sure to check out Orange County's next home match on Saturday, June 23rd. That's next week, as we do have a whistle sounded. It is a yellow card coming there against the substitute Danny Musovsky, who came on there for Paul Marie. And the 22-year-old goes into the book straight away, not soon after coming on, Daniel Radford.
Well, that's one way to let you know that he's in the game. I never looked there. No, it didn't seem, to be honest, it didn't seem to be much. He's saying there's a dive in the earlier tackle. I'm tending to believe that, yeah, that's not a yellow card. Come on, there was no card. That's more of a yellow card.
So again, the next Orange County SC match next Saturday. It's Beach Towel Night, presented by 24 Hour Fitness. Orange County taking on Tulsa Roughnecks at home, as there's a bit of a challenge in there for Michael Seton. Perhaps a little bit of retribution there from that previous challenge. And looking pretty hurt there is Thomas Janjigian in the penalty area. And now Seton probably gonna have to be separated from Reno. There you see Zach Carroll, the captain, not having any of that. I believe he's signaling with his fingers the scoreline at the moment. 2-1.
Yeah. Yeah, he's trying to wind them up. They're pushing him in his back, and he's winding them up, and the referee's having a word. And, well, we're getting to the business end of the game. 15 minutes to go. Coaches are getting upset. There's a game to be won. There's 3 points at stake, and both teams deserve to walk away with something. They've both been really good, but if the score stays this way, Reno's, as you say, their unbeaten run, 10-match unbeaten run comes to an end. So they've got something to fight for, as their coach is saying, Ian Russell. I think I heard him say borderline red card.
Yeah, for the shove there from Seton.
Yeah.
I'll have to get another look at that. This ball is knotted out towards Brian Brown, who scored the Reno goal from the penalty spot. Read there by Mats Berman, who has come on. Berman with his second stint with Orange County. It's given away, though. The opportunity comes from Musovsky, who strikes, and it just flashes wide. Well struck by the substitute. But in the end, it goes begging.
It's very, very close. I think Mfeka sets him up. Let's have a look there. Yeah, Mfeka on the ball, lays it across, one touch and hits it. And it's just wide. Andre Rawls scrambling to get across the goals there. Not sure if he would have got there or not, the big goalkeeper, but it's wide.
Mentioned the unbeaten run, Gary, of Reno 1868. It's been 10 matches, 5 wins, 5 draws in that run. 2 points a game is pretty decent. They actually have not lost since the 14th of April to Colorado Springs in the league.
Wow, that's a good run.
More than 2 months without dropping all 3 points.
Well, they'll be keen, and especially having played well in this game, they'll be keen to make sure they don't lose that unbeaten run today.
Orange County might try and press on here for a third. As carrying on here in the area is Orange County. Will still fall for Seton. In there with substitute Alston. Peeling it back there was Seton for Enne Voltsen. Now Powder. And then Voltsen again. Trying to leave it for Amico. Poor ball there from Enne Voltsen. Sending Orange County the wrong way. Quinn under a bit of pressure, but well read, and leaving it for Berman again. Here's Powder. Just gives it straight away. Cut out well there in the center of the park by Reno, but Quinn is dinking over the top to play it back to his central defender, Yul Nielsen. Flicked down by Powder. And through him there was Lacroix. And now stepping forward here is Janjigian for Van Eyck. And Brown. Reno trying to find the response. And an enterprising second half. Some chances for both sides in the first, but now started to see the goals. Taken off the chest there by Brown. Cross will be whipped in. Van Ewijk was arriving, but I think again the wind coming into play. He said in the first half he had a half hour to adjust. Reno now had 32 minutes and the service still not great.
No excuse. In fact, you know beforehand, you get out on the pitch, the wind's been going even before the game started. You must factor it in then, but certainly you factor it in within a few minutes of the game starting, and to put a ball in like that when you're chasing the game, you're 2-1 down, man, that's unforgivable. Very, very frustrating.
Berman and Powder just wanted to let it run out, and the whistle sounds. And Daniel Radford just trying to take command there. Have a chat here with his assistant. Brandon Cloutier talking with the fourth official, saying that was a foul throw.
Yeah, lots of pressure coming on the referee now. Both managers getting tense in the last few minutes. What, 12 minutes, under 12 minutes to go. So any pressure they can put on the referee to get a decision, they will do. It's all part of the game.
Partida. And Brent Richards. Sliding it through towards Brian Brown, but cut out well there by Mats Berman. He's kind of taken that central midfield position next to Aiden Quinn. Left by Chaplow going to the bench. And now counter-attacking opportunity on here for Powder. Quinn forced to play back for Amico. Now turning under pressure, able to work around Musovski. Back for Yul Nielsen. Aiden Quinn just knows where he's going. The second the ball reaches his feet. Tug from behind there with Seaton. Now Amico. Quinn. Ball into the channel there, and Powder just playing it off of Van Ewijk out for a throw. Should tell you about the other games going on in the Western Conference tonight. Oklahoma City Energy picking up a second win in 2 after really struggling to start this campaign. They beat Rio Grande Valley by 3-1. Real Monarchs winning at St. Louis by 1-0. So here's Ramos Godoy. Multiple step overs there, and Powder is going to easily flick it over there for Seaton. There's a run of Alston available. Alston will play it. Back for Enna Voltson. Leaving it for Quinn. Patient build-up play here for Orange County. Again through Seaton. And again, Enna Voltson. Going to try and play the 1-2 with Powder. Quite find its way through and eventually swept away by Reno. And calmly played there by Hoyfeld.
That's just good play by OC. They've been attacking nicely. They've been holding possession. They've been dealing with the counter-attacks. Having said that, they're just giving the ball away.
An opportunity on here for Orange County. The ball kind of caught in the pitch there from Hopino. Now Musovski. Low cross is peeled back and dealt with there by Amico and just booted away into the proverbial rosette.
Well, up until that moment, when I mentioned they've been playing well, they have been playing well, really well, controlling the game, giving away the ball. They brought pressure on themselves here, and now the referee's card is out. I'm not quite sure what for. Maybe it was something said.
And it is the captain, Quinn, who will take the yellow. Not sure there was any advantage given in that build-up. So it'll be Aiden Quinn into the book. If that was Hoyfeld, it would have been a second yellow, so it couldn't have been him who was in the shot. The corner will be whipped in. Plenty of loft underneath it. Janjigian was trying to get underneath it. It's away by Orange County. Sent back into the penalty area, and this time Andre Rawls leaping high to grab that one, almost level with the crossbar when he caught it in the air.
Yeah, again, the cross was too much height and too close to the goalkeeper. It's a comfortable catch, a good catch, but a comfortable one for Andre Rawls. And OC can breathe again after playing so well. They invited trouble there, and they had to deal with that pressure. And the minutes are ticking away. 8 minutes left for Reno. And they've got to try and break through what's been a very solid OC defense.
And if Orange County want to continue their rise up the table. They'll appreciate a result from around USL tonight. San Antonio beating Sacramento by a goal to nil. Currently in the live table, Orange County in 4th, level with Portland Timbers 2, but ahead on goal difference, and only 2 points off of Sacramento Republic with 2 games in hand.
And certainly that success has come from the goals against column. 9 goals against in 14 matches if they don't concede in the last 8 minutes, and 9 in 14 conceded is good. It really is good, and you can build success on a defense as good as that.
The only team in the Western Conference that has still only given up single-digit goals. This ball is played into the channel. Chance on for Reno, and just as we praise Orange County for their defensive record, they concede their 10th goal of the year, and there to strike is Danny Musovski, sliding it past Andre Rawls and equalizing with 7 minutes to play in Irvine.
Well deserved there. Good finish by Musovski. They've been pressing Reno. They've had opportunities. And maybe at the end of the day, a 2-2 draw is going to be a fair result if it remains like that. But well done to Reno for pushing on, for holding on to that unbeaten record of theirs. Does really well. Musovski holds off the challenge, beats Andre Rawls, who's been almost unbeatable this season. And we've got scores at 2-2.
Fantastic left-footed finish there by Musovski, who comes on the bench, and he too now tied for the team lead in goals despite coming off the bench. Musovski and Brown both coming off the bench and both providing the goals tonight for Reno 1868.
Do we charge for an assist? Because as we praise the one team for defending well, the other team score. It's the commentator's curse.
Sure, Ian Russell will send us a thank you note after the match. Here's Amico. Van Ewijk. Seaton tug at the arm there. That was Sergio Ramos. Like his Powder's in the air, and Powder to strike, and the shot goes wide. That looked like that was heading for the top corner and would have been a regained Orange County lead. Instead, it flashes wide.
What a miss by Powder. Son, you've got yourself in a great position. Lovely ball coming in here. First touch, fantastic, and he just bends it too far wide. The goal was waiting for him. Seaton hits the deck, because it's Seaton's pass there. He's thinking this ball's going in the back of the net, and it just goes wide. If they end up drawing 2-2, I think he's not going to be that popular, Powder.
Yeah, that was a golden opportunity there. Noah Powder coming in off that right-hand side. It was a well-played ball by Seaton as well. Perfect weight on the pass.
Yep, it was. What a good opportunity. 5 minutes from time.
Orange County going to try and make amends. Berman spraying it out for Ramos Godoy. Going to leave it with Berman again. Now Kevin Alston. 30-year-old MLS veteran. Over 170 appearances. Amico now around multiple defenders and eventually losing out. Now counter-attacking opportunity on. Play on, says Danny Radford. A little bit of a confrontation behind the play. Both teams have used all 3 of their allotted substitutions, so we will not have any more of those. Janjigian going to send long. Maybe try and use the wind to his advantage. Cut out there by Alston. Feka. Charging in there was Alston.
He's been quiet second half, Mfeka. He was so good first half. So many little balls he played through. We haven't seen too much of him second half. Maybe it's been a lot more longer balls because of the wind.
And there is our man of the match. Still the game in the balance. Thomas and Evoltson scoring the first goal for Orange County as he does carry on being the talismanic figure for Orange County. This 8th of the campaign.
Yeah, he's a good striker up front, isn't he? Great touches, good awareness, good experience. But the match is not over yet.
Van Ewijk. Go all the way back to the goalkeeper. It's been a brilliant second half from an entertainment point of view. Orange County going down via penalty from Reno, then getting 2 back to lead 2-1, and now Reno have found the equalizer through Musovski. Played first time to the run of Van Evijk towards the byline. Pull back for Brian Brown, who tries to flick on and rolls, producing the save off of Musovski. It'll come out for the corner, and Rolls works for it. Musovski nearly arriving there to provide the third and his second. Great chance for Reno, and Andre Rolls is hurt.
A brave goalkeeping from Andre Rolls, and he saves his team yet again. He has been the star. Man of the match, Thomas Enevoldsen? I don't know. I would go with the keeper, Andre Rolls. Interesting, Musovski comes on as a sub, scores one and nearly scores another. Good stretch, good save from the keeper. Nothing nasty about that. Musovski had to go, he had to stretch. Have a look at it again, ball comes here. He sees it, he has to put a foot out. Andre Rolls knows he's going to get kicked, and he takes it to save his team.
As the corner does come in, Rolls leaping to maybe try and keep it in play. You can see he's still trying to recover from that, grabbing at his abdomen. It'll be another corner for Reno with 2 minutes left in the 90.
Gotta say, well done, Reno. They've fought back at 2-1. We said, did they have the guts? Well, they certainly have. They've come back, and they've come back with a vengeance. Now they're looking to win it.
Van Evijk over to take the corner. Towards that near post, easy work for Enevoldsen to head away. Left there by Hopeno, back again for Van Evijk against Enevoldsen. Like to peel it back for Partida. Hopeno. Try and work around Ramos Godoy, but the sliding challenge comes in. And it's a throw in here for Reno.
Could they be aiming for a long throw? Maybe that little weapon they have with this wind as well. Launch one into the box.
Not a ton of space over on that far side for Brent Richards to try and launch one in. A decent amount of air underneath it. And away by Hoyfelt. And long there by Enevoldsen, trying to put Reno under a bit of pressure. Seaton trying to do the same, but in the end all the way back to Marcinkowski. Decent hair there from Yul Nielsen. Scored the second for Orange County. Berman leaving it for Amico. And charge on for Powder. Nice turn from him. Quinn to the feet of Seaton. Left for Powder again! And Marcinkowski spilled it. Nearly arriving there was Ramos Godoy, but in the end, claimed again by James Marcinkowski.
Yeah, Powder trying to make amends for that great chance that he missed about 5 or 6 minutes ago. Doesn't quite catch it, doesn't cause Marcinkowski too much problem there. Keeper gets behind it, just spills it off his body there, but recovers nice and quickly.
As stoppage time is brought to you by Synchronicity. We'll have 3 minutes to be added on here at the end of this second half. Can either team find the winner?
Would it be fair if one team did? They've both played so well. We've seen good goalkeeping, good goals, lovely skills. I think it'd be a shame if one of them won it and one had to lose.
Two back for Brian Brown, trying to find its way through. Amico just sticking a right foot out in the end, conceding a corner. Musovski is the threat on that back post at the moment. In the end, Van Evijk coming over to take the corner. Big center backs coming forward, Carroll and Janjigian. Van Evijk service lofted in, went over Hoyfelt, and came off a black shirt in the end and out for another corner.
Yeah, difficult in this wind to judge the ball. It was headed literally a foot off the ground in the end.
Van Evijk again. This time it's low, and again Enevoldsen, that first man in that near post, dealing with it. Now Van Evijk towards the byline, does eventually loft it in. A couple of white shirts arriving. Might fall for Richards. Couldn't quite make its way through the black shirts. And away, but only as far as Richards again. All flicked on there by Brown. Now the center back Janjigian staying forward. Around the defender Amico. Arriving there was Musovski. Powder trying to take it off him and just about does so. Powder just getting it clear. One there by Richards. On the edge is Musovski to strike. And it did not take a deflection on the way through. It was just wide in the end and out for a goal kick.
Wow, a bit of a scramble at the end there. Lots of excitement, and Reno putting some pressure on. But as that ball goes wide, OC can just take a breather sigh of relief after those corners and trying to deal with that wind. And it looks like we're headed to what they might say is an honorable 2-2 draw. Good goalkeeping, good play, good goals. Yeah, perhaps Powder could have won it for OC. Perhaps there was a couple of chances there for Muzovsky to have won it for Reno. And in the end, it might be a well-deserved draw for both sides.
Just about 10 seconds left to play. As there's an injury over there on that far side. Charging on, it's Richards. Can he find the winner? Playing in Brian Brown. Cutting towards the byline. Leaving Alston in the dust, but might have just outplayed himself. Still Brian Brown. We've had our minimum of 3 minutes. And the referee blows full time. Orange County will have to settle for the point at home. Reno 1868 coming back from 2-1 down to level it at 2-2. They did lead 1-0 through a Brian Brown penalty, and Danny Musovsky equalizing their unbeaten run. Now up to 11 matches. It finishes Orange County 1, Reno 1868 1.
Yeah, well done there to Reno. Keeping that unbeaten record. I love the way they came back 2-1 down away from home. They battled, they got the equalizer, they went for the winner. Well done, OC. They were 1-0 down, they battled back. I think it's just a good draw all round. Lovely attitude from both sides. Well done, applaud them both. Really enjoyable game of football this evening.
And that is full-time. Orange County 2, Reno 1868 2. Bring you full-time highlights and much more coming up next. We'll wrap things up here from Orange County.
At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. It was a fun one tonight from the Champions Soccer Stadium. Finishes Orange County 2, Reno 1868 2. Chris Whittingham calling this one alongside the former Manchester United goalkeeper Gary Bailey. And Gary, was certainly a fun game to watch, particularly in the second half. Went into the halftime interval 0-0. We had 4 goals in the second half. And now let's bring you our full-time highlights presented by Destination Irvine. And the chances would begin for Reno 1868. A penalty one here in the second half. Going down there was Hopino off the challenge from Hoyfelt, and it will be Brian Brown to step up to the spot.
Yeah, and Brian Brown tucks it away in the corner. Keeper goes the wrong way, and I think it was a penalty. There was certainly contact by Hoyfelt on Hopino.
And it is Brown who puts it away, as the conditions were certainly a big part of this one. Hopino again in the penalty area, leaving it for Brown, and Andre Rawls with the save. You saw there just fluff clearance and the conditions come into play.
Yeah, very, very windy. But this, Brown doesn't quite catch it right. Andre Rawls saves it comfortably.
And here would be a brilliant through ball from Quinn, finding Seaton, finding an Evolson, 1-1.
And Evolson's not going to miss from there. Great tuck from him. Good ball from Seaton. Head up there to make sure that it's laid in neatly for Enna Volson. A lovely pass as well from Quinn. Good finish, and we're at ones.
And it's Enna Volson's 8th of the campaign, now joint top scorer in USL, as here would be the second for Orange County. Flicked on header by Ramos Godoy, turned in by Yul Nielsen.
Good flick from Godoy. Once you flick it in, then everyone's got a chance, and Yul Nielsen just gets ahead of his marker, Brian Brown, to tuck that one away. Great comeback there from OC.
The hyphenated names combining as here would be the second, playing in Musovski, who gets his 4th of the campaign. It was a nice little leave there from Brown. The ball played in, Musovski turns it in.
Yeah, Musovski does really well. You're not going to beat Andre Rolls unless you have a good finish. He does exactly that, and the excitement was to continue.
As here would be the best chance for Reno to find the 3rd. Flicked on there by Brown. Musovski arriving, clattering in to Rolls.
Yeah, Musovski doing really well. He made a great impact coming on as a sub. But once again, great save from Andre Rolls.
Here are the full match stats, 15 shots to 14. And that certainly, for me, kind of reflects the balance of the play in the end. I thought both teams had a good go, created some chances, and I think the scoreline is about fair.
Yeah, agree with you 100% there. The stats seem to show with possession virtually equal, shots hardly any difference. It really was a great performance from both teams. Good, exciting play, and I think lots of entertainment for all of us.
And you see just the coaches and the players exchanging words. That'll just about do it for us for our terrific USL crew. From our broadcast partner, Gary Bailey, my name is Chris Whittingham. Thanks for watching this presentation of the USL. Once again, your final score, Orange County SC 2, Reno 1868 2. Goodbye for now.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.